This is Philipp Schmidt vanbaer, and this is my video post. Welcome. I want to say something about the libido theory of Freud. It's not true that it's purely about sexuality. Libido is a universal energy of life. So I give you an example. If I go shopping today and after that I cycle back to my house, I spent my libido this day for shopping and cycling. If I have sex with my girlfriend on day 2 and after that I go home and do nothing more, I spend my day with sex. So libido can be sexual or non-sexual. Freud also had a second theory. It's the theory of the ego, the it, and the superego. It seems an easy theory, and I've heard from some people it looks rather primitively. But you may not underestimate the depth of the superego and the depth of the it. The superego is formed, according to Freud, in the first 5 years of childhood. And you can imagine if a child lives during these 5 years, there's a lot going on, and everything is saved in the brain. The superego is about moral and about what parents told you what is right. The it is about the tribes, sexual tribes, or the feelings, the aggression, something which is within you, but is very irrational. So it's not an easy theory because of depth of the superego and the depth of the it. And so those elements are very deep. There are many connections from the superego to the ego, and from the it to the ego. I will give you an example about psychoanalysis. Imagine I go to the Fidjis for 1 week by airplane, and I take some photos, and I show you the photos, and I'll tell you I've spent a great time there, swimming and surfing and doing adventurous things. And I did this, and I tell you all this by the photos, but you will never know, only by looking at the photos or looking at the video blog, who it really feels to be there, to take part in the adventure. So is it primitive to have this adventure? It's only primitive if you think yourself are primitive and you aren't worth it to experience this adventure. I will give you a second example. There is a psychologist named John Bowlby. He has written a lot about attachment theory. And there was once a woman who went to a psychoanalyst who had severe attachment problems. She never had experienced a good relationship with her mother in her first years and after that, and she didn't know who she was. There was a big question mark with respect to her identity, and after long struggle, she found out, or she experienced it. The psychoanalyst sensed that she could be a good actress, and she, after that, she became a successful actress and had found her identity. And this is great if psychoanalysis really works out in a way like that, and people can find their identity. This is what the psychologist, psychoanalyst does. He helps the person to find their identity. This is one of the main tasks. And whether after that a person can be a good person and in his environment, or a less good person, this is something the psychoanalyst is not so strongly interested in. Maybe because we don't like the idea of judging in psychology very much. We dislike the idea of judging because there are so many different people, and it can be hurtful if you say those characteristics are good, those characteristics aren't good. So we are less concerned with whether people behave in a good way or in a less good way. We are more concerned with the identity question. Some religious people criticize that Freud said he wasn't religious, and I want to conclude this post to tell you two good things about Freud. He was a very caring father who looked after his children, wrote letters, was always involved. He was also a warm person, if I didn't say this yet. And he did, through inventing psychoanalysis, very much for people who consumed it and still consume it today. I wish you an insightful time until I will see you back in my next video. Take good care of yourself.